I'm back. Your host. Down below, we have Nay. Up top, right, in front and center, we have Tanya. How you ladies doing?
We're doing fine and lovely, honey. Don't forget my fur, Miss Diana, back here in the background, baby. She ready to get it going too, honey. Frederick, come fluff my fur. She's flat. She's a little flat.
Who the hell is Frederick? Who you got over there?
My manslave. My manslave.
Oh, your manslave.
Because that's what it is, bitches.
I guess, baby. I need to get me one. Her name might be Jenny or something. I don't know. Jenny.
Hey.
Jenny. Come fluff my fur.
Man.
Hey, audience, how y'all doing? Thank y'all for tuning in to Str8 Talk No BS. Y'all know what the topic is about tonight. Who's going to be the head of your table? All right. But before we do that, we're going to get into what's on your mind like we do all the time. Because I'm sure y'all ladies got a lot to talk about, right?
Girl, you just don't know.
All right, y'all. I guess since I never start first, why not start first tonight? I want to know, this is what I want to know. We as Black folks, do we hate each other? Because when I'm at work or when I'm out in the public, I'm just serious. We pass each other, and the first thing that we do is this right here. Look down, look around like you're looking at something. Yeah. And I be like, why is that? But soon as somebody
right here.
Okay, like they on a phone call, you know what I'm saying? But soon as they see the opposite race or somebody outside our culture, they're quick to speak. Hey, how you doing? Yeah, Bob. Yeah, it's been great today. I had a great day at work today. Yeah. How was it with you? How was it at the office? But when it comes to us speaking to each other, it's like we hate each other, and we always quick to talk about each other, down each other. You know what I mean? Say, for instance, by the way that we talk, you know what I'm saying? If you're from the hood, you got to be judged. Or if you talk proper English, now you're trying to be white. I'm just saying, we always quick to judge one another instead of uniting and loving each other. Why is that? Chime in.
But do you think that it's just because I see it all the time? You're not lying. You walk past by somebody and it seems to be with our own race. Our Black people do that. Because most everybody else speaks, they really do. So, do you think that it's specific? We're of the same, so you figure that you would flock to the same and feel freer or more comfortable with the same. Is that animals do it? They feel like I'm just saying it should be a natural thing to speak. It used to be common courtesy to speak, and it wasn't a certain race that you spoke to. It was just common courtesy. You speak to whoever passes by you. It doesn't matter what you look like, how old you are, young, old, whatever. So I don't know if it's a matter of that it's just us that we hate us, but I don't know. I think just people are more into themselves now. People are more just distracted by whatever. I don't think it's necessarily just us. I really think it's the time we live in. It seems like it in a way, but I think it's bigger than that. I think it's bigger.
You don't see that, but you don't see that with other cultures. You don't. They unite. Even the Spanish people, they come here, they build a whole kingdom. You know what I'm saying? We too busy hating on each other, trying to get what each other got. You know what I'm saying? Instead of congratulating each other and saying, "Come on, let's continue to build." Wow. Audience, please get in the comments and let us know your thoughts. Get in the comments.
I agree, and then I disagree. Because I've been on both sides of the fence. That's why I'm kind of quiet. I'm the person, I will pull up my bootstraps and I will do whatever I got to do for a friend, a family member, a coworker, or whatever. But at the same time, like Judy said, or like you said, Tanya, speaking is common courtesy. If I walk into your presence or your home or something of that nature, I was always taught at an early age, you speak. It doesn't matter if you dislike that person or not. It's just common courtesy. But with that being said, when people get to snaring down their nose at you like you've done something to them or like you owe them something, I can also walk in the room and act like I don't see your ass either. I have been that person to do that. So I've been on both sides of the
But what is it when you don't even know the person?
Yeah,
that's what I was about to say. You don't even know the person. We're just in passing. like at work, I'm just in passing with these people, right?
Mhm.
And if they're black, they automatically just turn off or put their head down. I'm like, why is that? Is it hard to say hello?
I've done
How you
it.
doing?
Actually, I'm just sitting here really trying to reflect on it. I've done it. I mean, seriously, I don't know what it is. I think it may some kind of crazy intimidation thing or I don't know. Like maybe I don't want to be
Tanya,
bothered
tell-
or maybe not want to be judged or something. Like I got to look a certain way or I have to be a certain way. And maybe that someone's going
Why?
to judge me. I
That's
don't
because-
know. But I've
that's
done it
because-
though.
wait.
I've done it. I'm guilty.
think-
Just being
Tanya,
honest, straight up, real
I
talk.
think on your behalf, I think that's because that's the way you were raised. You were raised a whole nother way. You wasn't in touch with your black side. You know what I'm saying?
What you
I'm just
mean?
saying.
white
So that's
girl.
you
Okay.
were not raised. You was not raised to understand your culture. Let's keep it real. So it's like this. It's like this. So that's the reason why you feel like other black people are talking about you or judging you, because you don't even know you never even knew how to be black. Not saying that there's a particular way to be black, but I'm just saying.
I'm just trying to wait a minute. It'll be 30 minutes later on before I find the comeback that's supposed to, but that's all right. That's all right.
True. It's true. A lot of common sense things that black folks know how to overcome. Tanya, you just didn't have.
That's a whole nother topic. We're gonna get off.
Yeah, that is another topic. But anyway,
we're gonna get off.
We're gonna get off of that. But I'm just saying that we as black people, we need to. What I do now, that I see that a lot of people do that. I speak to them. I make them speak. If they don't speak to me, I get in their face. Hey, how you doing?
Right.
The moment has passed. They have went past us like a ways. She will turn back around and say, "Excuse me."
That's me.
How you doing? I said,
That's
my
me.
God, they are gone. Let it go. The moment's gone. Nope.
That is me. Especially if I think.
Feel like,
go ahead, Judy.
I feel like it's our job to teach even our younger generation that, hey, speak. That's just common courtesy. You know what I'm saying? That's having manners, And also, a lot of us, we think that we're intimidated by our own culture. Know that everybody's not that stereotypical picture that everybody's painted. That all black people are bad. You know what I'm saying?
What that even?
They're whatever.
That's horrible. That's just.
But I'm just saying, a lot of black people, they feel that. That's why a lot of times they don't even want to live in black neighborhoods, because they feel like it's going to be a lot of crime that's going to go on, right?
That ain't got nothing to do with walking past somebody and speaking and
having a common courtesy.
It does. I'm just telling you their mindset. It's just the same as if I go to this neighborhood, it's going to be criminal activity. All black people are not like that. You know what I'm saying? Speak to the person and get a chance to know them and stop judging. But that's the end of my rant. Nay, I'm going to you. What's on your mind tonight?
Oh, wow. What's on my mind tonight? When you're doing the best you can, but the other person feels as if you're not doing enough. So in my mind, for me, I can't worry about what makes you happy. I can only worry about what makes me happy, because I think happy is your inner peace. I don't think somebody else can make you feel secure in who you are. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I definitely have to agree. I definitely have to agree with you far as you have to have inner peace before you can even be happy with someone else. But I disagree with not, having so much concern with the person that you're with. If you're talking about in a relationship, that's your job to make sure that person is not completely happy, but I'm just saying meet halfway. Don't just say, I don't care if they're happy or not, honey. That's their job to make their own self happy. No, I don't think that's right.
No, it's what I mean is like every time a curveball come, instead of it being a mistake that we made or a decision that we made that went left, if you hadn't said this or if you hadn't done that, you
always get the blame.
And I'm the type of person, we both grown. So whatever road we travel, that's just the road we travel. And whatever comes after that, then we have to take the heat together. But I'm not going to point the finger at you no faster than you can point it at me. We just got to try to figure out where to meet.
There you go. Well, I was about to say, instead of pointing the finger, why don't you spend that time on trying to fix the problem?
Yep. And it's hard to learn that in the I was gonna say black culture, but other races go through it too. It's hard to
Everybody.
learn that when you was raised a certain way, when your upbringing was different from the next person. Does that make sense?
What do you mean? What's hard? What's hard to learn?
Because the other
But
person feels like you don't want to have a teaching uh, spirit,
teachable
and
spirit.
you really do want to have a teachable spirit, but you always on that grind, you always on that hustle to figure it out, and you sitting back trying to wait for this person to walk you through it, and that weight and that blame is getting heavier and heavier. So I want this off my plate. Does that make sense?
Hmm. You said that you said in the beginning that the person doesn't think that it's enough. You try all that you can, but the other person doesn't think that what you are doing is enough. I think that was the beginning of, or that's where I'm stuck
Yes.
at in what you
Yes.
said.
Yes.
Because I'm like, okay, so is it the appreciation of what you are doing? Is it that they have an expectation to do more? Then you went into elaborating the blame being shifted instead
Yeah.
of us. Now it's I mean, it's you. So getting appreciation from somebody else shouldn't be, I guess, a defining thing. It shouldn't be that. I don't know, because I don't know. I'm still stuck on that. That's the one thing that's bothering me about what you said. That one person doesn't feel like what you do is enough. I don't
They,
know that
I
makes you
just
feel
figured
bad
you would
inside.
have
It
it.
takes.
I just figured you would have it figured out. I just knew that you would have it worked out. You, what happened to the team? What happened to work
I
this out
guess
together?
I guess that's sticking to me, Nay, because I've done that. I've been that one that had that expectation that it just should be done. How come you don't haven't figured that part out, Jay? You're the strong one. How come you haven't?
I can't.
You should have had that
Well,
worked out. And why did
to
that?
answer that question, I figure out everything. So
There go that. Her head blew up about 5 more sizes. I slowly
but one thing I know not to do is never complain or say that it wasn't enough. I just accept whatever she gives. And
Okay.
whatever she leave, them little crumbs that she leave, God damn it, I better figure it out. I gotta figure it out. That's it. I ain't finna go back and tell her, no, that wasn't enough, because I never hear the end of it.
Okay.
Okay, y'all. Let's see what Harvey has to say. If a neighborhood has high crime, the other comment back before. If a neighborhood has high crime, why would you want to live there? Despite your love for your people, your living environment plays a major role on how you protect yourself and family. That's true, but there's a lot of black neighborhoods that aren't full of crime.
I mean, take a look. No offense, best friend, but take a look at South Dallas. Certain sectors of South Dallas is very ran down, but there is a big sector of South Dallas that's not ran down, and it's. I don't know if the people are rich or wealthy or what, but they take very good care of that side of South Dallas. I wouldn't mind living in one of those homes. Y'all know the homes that are kind of like. They're old, but they're what do you call it? They're old, but they don't knock them down.
Like historian or
Okay, well, he's saying pretty much. I guess what he's saying is, why? How can you blame people that they don't want to stay in a predominantly black neighborhood, right? Well, I'm gonna say this: DeSoto is populated with black people, but it's a nice neighborhood. I was just making a statement of why do we judge other black people?
So does that, because you live in a nice neighborhood, that makes you want to speak to people when you walk down the street? You live in a bad neighborhood, you're not gonna want to talk to them when you walk past somebody. I'm not gonna speak to you because the neighborhood that you walking down on the sidewalk is hood. We in the hood, so I'm not gonna speak to you, hood sister, hood brother. I'm not gonna talk to you. I'm gonna put my head down. But if we was in that neighborhood.
But if we was up in Highland Park.
Oh, I can holler at you. Hey, sister, how you doing? How you doing over there,
girl? Hey, girl, she black and she over here in Highland Park, girl. I can talk to her.
Means a hill of shit.
Look,
that's what that
I'm
means.
in Neiman Marcus, girl. Hey, girl. No.
Judy, I'm at Neiman Marcus on the clearance rack. Get it right.
There you go. That's me about it. What you mean? Oh, I'm a clearance freak.
All right, Tanya. But
what's on your mind?
Back to NATO. I mean, if you're doing all that you can do, I say don't worry about it. Don't worry about it.
Exactly.
Don't stress
Exactly.
about it because you know within that you're doing all that you can do. And if that person keeps making you unhappy and they're not satisfied with what you're doing, well, that means you need to move around. Simple as that.
It don't mean you need to move around. It just means you need to wait a minute. That's all it means. You pause, you hold down, you be like, oh, okay, you'll catch up in a minute. And that's just what that is. You don't have to move around. It just means that they need a few more minutes. I needed a few more moments.
That's the other side. Well, my favorite thing to do is somebody say I'm not doing enough. I put it all on their plate, and I guarantee they'll come back then.
There you go.
They'll be all nice, you know what I'm saying, buttering you up. I'm so sorry. Then it's I'm sorry because now they see how big their weight is.
I never say I'm sorry.
You'll never say you're sorry. Is that what you said?
I never say I'm sorry.
Girl, please. Yes, you do. In all different kind of ways. But anyway, moving on. What's on your mind, Tanya?
Why do we procrastinate and wait to the very last minute and then want to complain when stuff don't work, when shit don't work out right? Why do we do that? I just need somebody to answer that. We want to blame X, Y, Z to the around again ABC. We want to blame everybody else when it could have been solved if we had just planned it out. No,
CL Gray, and he's in the next room.
That's all I want to say on the subject. I just anybody want to chime in on that when they can, or we can let it roll. I don't just that's all.
All I gotta say is I get lazy sometimes, and I'm always thinking that I have a lot of time.
A few more seconds left to do something.
Yes, it's always me. I'm always last minute.
Ain't no more juice left in that turnip. It's dry as pale. It's dry.
Okay. I'm definitely gonna throw Mr. CL Gray under the bus, baby. He not only waits to the last minute, but he waits to the last minute to the last second, and then he say, "Cynthia, but I thought we had Cynthia, but I thought you did Cynthia, but I thought you." No.
Baby, can't we do this right here? We can make this work right here if we just do.
Yep.
Ain't no more time.
That is definitely CL Gray.
Time's up. Yeah. Anyway, that's just fine.
So that's what was on your mind.
Yes, Lord.
Father God.
So y'all, it's time to move on into the juicy stuff now.
Who's
head of your household? Who's head of your household?
Frederick.
That's what we about to talk about.
Fluff now, my fur.
Frederick ain't head of the household. No, baby. No. Let's get to this. So we want to know who's the head of y'all's household. Okay, a lot of women tend to believe that if you don't let the man lead and you always trying to take control, you're going to end up by yourself. That's what even Fantasia believes that. She said so women
believe that. If you don't let the man take control, then you as a woman going to be by yourself.
She said that's why many women are by themselves, because they always trying to wear the pants. And so,
really?
Yeah. She said they need to sit back and learn how to be the queen and let the man lead. And then they won't be by themselves. Yeah.
Ain't that something? Well, you know what? I think that in spirit of, I don't know, Tasia, I don't know, because I think men believe that women want us to let them lead. I think a lot of men do think that. They just automatically have that in their mind. They want me to lead. So okay, so women, I don't know. I don't believe that. Me, myself, I don't believe that. Now you believe that?
I don't believe
As a woman, I don't believe that.
I may explain something to y'all that I believe. In Genesis, it says, and don't quote me on the actual book, Lord. But listen, serious business. It says, be fruitful and multiply to them. It doesn't say her, it doesn't say him, it doesn't say he, it doesn't say she. And just because it says multiply does not mean bear children only. Multiply could be your business. Multiply could be your family. Multiply could be your friends. Multiply could be your entrepreneurship, your marriage, multiplying. Bring whatever you have as a half and bring it together as a whole. Find that man, find that woman, and bring it together as a whole. That makes one. There is no two people. There is no two people. There is only one, and we work for the greater of one, each other.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna say this. A lot of people say that in the Bible that it says that the man should be head of household, right?
Oh Lord, where?
But my thing is this. The Bible also says follow the law of the land, okay? But I'm just gonna say this. Back then, that was probably their laws that they had to follow because of whatever situation or however they was living, right? Does that still should that still apply to now more modern times?
No,
We can't follow all the laws that are in the Bible from back then. I don't believe so because
I think. Yeah, I was just about to say, no, that's a good point. You know, we are today. That was yesteryear, and that's of old world male chauvinistic thinking. You know what I'm saying?
watch it now.
And
Don't
now
call the
what?
Bible
Now, okay,
chauvinistic.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say the Bible necessarily. I'm just gonna say the way of man, male, and then let me clarify because this is really a touchy subject. When I say male, I don't mean I'm gonna take the male off of it. I'm just gonna say chauvinistic way of thinking because there are plenty of females who think the same way. Being a chauvinist is just someone who feels that I am of better and you need to do as I not necessarily do as I say, but I am on top and your mission is to come and yeah, you can come in and join with me, but I'm gonna lead and be the head and make all the decisions. You know what I'm saying? It's touchy because it's like, excuse me. I like I said, females can be chauvinistic, males can be chauvinistic, but that is old world stuff. Way back when we live today. So, like you said, we don't live the way the land of the rules and the way of the land now it is today. You live it how it is today. We don't live the same way. We don't do the same things that the Bible you preached back how everything changes. It changes daily. It changes yearly. You go with the flow and how it is. And I think a lot of times men get afraid, I think. And I keep going back to men, but that's all I have to go with because I'm a female. You get what I'm saying? So it's like I just go with how I feel men think they are supposed to lead. And if they don't, they're going to lose us in the process if they don't come off as the head, the lead. It shouldn't even have to be that way anyway, but I think they feel like they're losing something, like they're losing masculinity, or we look at them as weak, or I don't know, but
I feel like we as women, we just allow them to lead or allow them to think that they lead. Because think about it. Who we look. We go to work. We go to work too. We come home. We prepare the meals. We take care of the kids. We make sure everything is together in that house. You ask that man, "Where's the broom, baby?" He probably don't even know. You know what I'm saying? What baby, did we pay this? Did we pay this? Okay, did we pay this bill? So most of us are already head of household. We just make them believe that they head of household. I guarantee you, when with me and you, Tanya, raising our kids and everything, you did everything with the kids. I mean, I did the sports and all of that stuff, but I didn't know what was going on with their daily homework. I didn't cook meals for them, only on the weekends.
Doctor's appointments and such like that.
Yeah, exactly. So pretty much women, we already know everything that's going on, and we keep that household together. We run the household.
But it's touchy though, because I keep going back to be touchy because it's like, yeah, okay, we may run the household, but then it's like you're looked at if you say who's wearing the pants, who's wearing who. It comes off as controlling, or it can be looked at as controlling or dominating, or don't use the phrase "I wear the pants in the house" because now the male will look like what? You don't wear the pants. It's just the balance. Where's the balance? How come it's looked at as wrong for the woman to be the head instead of the man? How come it's not an equal thing?
Who does it look wrong to? Who does it look wrong to?
The men.
That man.
It is the men, because women are accepting of the balance.
I would say old school men is wrong too, because these modernized men now, they sitting back playing PlayStation, eating the bonbons, just chilling at the house. They ain't got a problem with it, baby. What, you want me to put an apron on? I'll put it on. I'm gonna make sure I cook for you too. But most of these women, they ain't even getting a meal when they come home from work. But these modern guys, they don't care. I think it's the old school cats who really, can't accept it. They feel like it messes with their ego because they were raised in a different era where men took care of women, point blank, period. They feel like that's what made them a man. That's what gave them that title. I am a man. That's what represented being a man to them.
I want to speak kind of like on a personal note because we're going to have a guest come on in a little bit. But for me, if my relationship is suffering from something or going through something because my significant other, for whatever reason, can't provide or don't have it, I don't have a problem with toting us. I don't have a problem with trying to solve the issue. So he is that old guy that let me fix it, let me do it by any means necessary when I got a shortcut around the corner and I can already have it taken care of. So my thing is the same question we asked him about 2 weeks ago. What is it that I'm doing to you physically, mentally, emotionally to hurt your male pride, to take your male ego, to lead and me not follow? Because it's led him to say, you need to be more like a woman. Well, if I'm not a woman that bear 3 kids, I don't know what I am. I have all the women body parts. I went through the labor, blood, sweat, and tears of raising their ass. I'm not the feminine type. I will say that. I don't do the makeup and the long, thick eyelashes and all that, but that doesn't make me less of a woman because I don't.
I feel like that's an excuse. That's not the real problem. Sometimes men will say things that's not really what's really bothering them. I think what's really bothering him is probably having that put in his face. You might not have to say it through your words that I'm taking care of this, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. But even a man sitting back seeing you do everything hurts his pride.
Okay,
so that can bring about problems.
So it's like they've given up all rights to decision making. It's almost like cutting them off, like they've lost who they are, their manhood. If you, the woman, takes over doing majority of whatever, if you're the one that's running the show, or you're the one that's making decisions about finances or how we eat or whatever, whatnot, and so forth, then I guess, I mean, is that what you're saying, Judy? That
you have a lot of women.
Everything. So now,
yes, and you have a lot of women who will throw that in a man's face, which is wrong all day long. Because I feel like this. Whatever I can't do, it's your job to pull the slack. We don't need to play no roles. You know what I'm saying? There shouldn't be no roles in no relationship. Not to me. It shouldn't be that you're the head of household and I just sit back at home and I just chill and all of that. No. Whatever I can't do, or if I fall short, it's your job to pick up the slack. If it means that you're making, if it means that you're making more money than me, so be it. At that time, hey, that's what it is. Let's just make it work. Hey, Mr. Gray, how you doing? And let me read this comment real quick. Okay, Gray want to know why do women want to be equal, but we're gonna get to that in a minute. Let me read Harvey. Harvey says, y'all starting to sound like a feminist movement. No, we're not, Harvey. We're really
like
not.
I said before, females can be the same. So it's not all females bashing all the men. It's not like that. It's just a lot of I think that women are more accepting of balance, ebb and flow. One is stronger than the other at certain points in time. Women just have a better way of dealing with it. And it seems like the only one that's griping are the men in the relationship or the dominant partner, because like I said, it doesn't have to just be men and women, same sex too. It's just whoever's the dominant seems to be the one that has the problem if the other one takes over more often than they do. So don't think that we're just bashing men. It's not like that. It's just, I think the dominant parties have more of the problem.
He gonna really think that I'm bashing men if I say this though. And I'm gonna make this one statement, and I'm gonna go on the grave. But I know he ain't gonna like this. A lot of men make us have to step up in that role, though. You know what I'm saying? They feel in particular. I'm just saying, how many single women out here raising kids? They have to go work 2 jobs to take care of it. While baby daddy out there and he chose that he don't want to take care of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, a lot of times we are forced into that role to be head of household.
I'm gonna sip on some more coffee.
Yeah, you're gonna sip on it back. Now I'm gonna
Sip
go to
some
Gray
more
on
for
this.
me.
I'm gonna go to Gray. Gray, go ahead.
Now, I give you that what you just said, but the bottom line, I know y'all hate going back to the foundation. You know, I'm just saying the foundation
Foundation of what?
of the relationship.
Okay.
Like you say, it's the dominant one in the relationship.
That has the problem.
Okay, so if you the dominant one in the relationship, what do that say about you? You supposed to be running the relationship, but you toting your other half with you. And at times when the one to get down, then the other one will pick up. But when he get back up, the other one get up and running. It's their responsibility to lead the family. Am I right or wrong?
You're saying it's the job of the more dominant one to lead the family, period. Is that what you're
Right.
saying?
Not
Okay.
period, because you can't run it our way. Because the best part about it, no, we can get out there and work, but the household with raising kids, you know, as the one that taking care of, you know, doing the kids, go to work and come home, take care of the man, take care of the kids and cook. You know, that role's been set in stone for many, many years. Now you saying to get away from it. That's the problem. When you get away from it, then you start changing the dynamics of the relationship.
See, when you say that we're getting away from it, that goes back to the first thing that Judy said earlier about the way of how things are now. That form and way of thinking worked back then because that's how everything was. Women didn't have equality at all. We had no voice. It was just due to
You was his
family
property.
circle. It was just, man, and it sucked. It just sucked. We didn't have any rights outside of the house. We didn't have any rights inside the house. Our role was to bear children, cook food, and provide, and just make sure the house is clean. That's where those statements come from. Barefooting in the kitchen, cooking, you know, all that old crazy talk. But I'm just saying that worked back then. It don't work now.
Why not?
I still have to say, even back then, women were running the house.
That's right.
I think really. Go ahead.
Okay, but I you're right. But I was trying to get to him talking about a foundation. All those things that you're talking about, with all of what I just said, even Jay, like you just mentioned, even back then, without each other, there is no foundation. Therefore, there is no definitive, defined line drawn. Who has what and what is what? There's none of that.
It takes two to make it work.
Without each other, that foundation gonna crumble. It's gonna be made of sand. It's not gonna be made of concrete that is stern and solid and non whatever I'm looking for. You get what I'm saying? It takes all of that.
I wanna back up just a little bit because he said we're getting away from it or we got away from it. We didn't choose as women
to be even like
I know I didn't. I can't speak for my mother and them. I don't know that the road that they traveled, that's on them. I didn't choose to bear children with fathers because my kids have my son has a different father from my daughters, but I didn't choose to bear children with men that laid up and said they love you, they gonna work it out, it's gonna work, we're gonna raise our family, and they get to run like Willie, Joe, and Cat with no problem, and you're left trying to figure out how to fend to take care of those children. And then I fast forward 20 something odd years later because my oldest is 28, and then I have him sitting over here who's 14 years older than me telling me that everything, my very core, my very foundation is all wrong because this is what you should be doing.
No,
you know, take your balls and put them back.
That's taking it right back to 19.
Yeah, take your balls and put them back in your pocket because your balls ain't a bag of nickels because you have to do what I say because you can't take my manhood. I don't understand that. What am I personally doing to you physically, mentally, emotionally to take your manhood? I don't get it.
Judy said that. Judy, you said that right off the bat. It's your demeanor when you put it out there. You know, like you say, sometimes It ain't what you say, it's how you say it.
It's the
Sometimes
delivery of it.
right, how you say it and what you say.
Okay, I
And-
give you that, Gray. I
Okay,
give you
then,
that because
so-
we've talked about delivery system before.
Right. So
Okay.
give it like this here, talk about with Nate. If you were thrust into womanhood, so you missed out on your childhood. So you have no idea what it's like to grow up like you see the little girl next door, you know, with her little Bobby, you know, little skirt on, little Bobby socks on, you know, going out here being free, enjoying herself, living life.
Mhm.
You didn't have that luxury. You had that luxury at 16 or 17 getting knocked up, and you had to become an adult right off the bat.
And hold your household down and
Right.
become head of household. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the part I'm looking at. Now, you done came up, you done raised your kid, you know, you have your turbulence, you know, ups and downs with your kids and all that there. Okay, me as a father, I can't speak on the deadbeat father because I never wore them shoes. I never laced mine up like that.
I got to give him that. That is true. The 3 children that he had, he raised them until adulthood.
Okay,
You
well, it
know-
sound like to me that y'all just need to compromise and meet in the middle. It seemed like y'all need to quit being at competition with each other. It's not that she's trying to be the man. You know what I'm saying? To me, in my eyes, it's like Nay is trying to pick up the slack because it needs to be picked up.
What slack?
Whatever's going on in
what
the
is it?
relationship.
Give us the example of a thing that is
In her past relationship, she had to carry the ball 98% of the time.
But we're not dealing with.
No,
my
I'm just
past.
saying,
We're
if you
dealing
got
with
a
us.
foundation, what you locked up in, since you missed out on it, you never had somebody like, baby, don't worry about it, I got it.
okay. Granted, okay, you talked about the past. She didn't have that before, and she's got it now. So with right now, we keep going back to. Let's talk about how we're living now.
Right
so
now.
y'all's relationship.
She's in a whole
right
different
now.
relationship.
That's my point.
Where is the
But the
disconnect
grade.
and making it seem like she's too strong? She's picking it up too much. Where is that? Where does that come from? Why is it a bother?
No, it can't. I don't say use the word bother, but it's that unease feeling because if I'm here to carry the majority of the load, let me carry.
Okay, so the whole point. Forgive me if I'm wrong, Jay, Nate, Gray, everybody else watching. Isn't the point in being in a relationship is so that one solo does not have to take? You may as well be by yourself if you want to carry the load.
It's not
We're supposed
solo.
to play to each other's strengths and weaknesses. So therefore, there's the ebb and flow, and it doesn't have to be where one's carrying the load. Yes, she has the luxury. Yes, I have the luxury of somebody that is there to pick up the slack or that I can lean on and I can depend on to do the things for me when I need or I hurt or I'm tired or I can't. I have that. But what I'm saying is that it's not her job to do it. I don't expect her to do that. And she doesn't expect you, Gray, to do it. It's just you pick it up. No, let me give another example. That's like if you see a daggum pile of shit in the middle of a dog done shit, your dog done shit in the floor. Is it the woman's job because she's the woman to go pick that up? No, whoever sees it there, whoever came across it first, cleans it up and picks it up because you've seen it there. That's just how you do it. It's not one role to do one or the other.
Okay, I'm gonna put it like this here. I know I might offend a lot of brothers out there that's looking. I look at it as a woman. The hardest job she have is to make us feel like we in charge. People don't understand that there because you say you the man, you in charge. Man, we not running nothing because the woman have everything we want, need, and greed for. Okay, now when I say a man that walks out, even when you say I do, it's for sickness and health, for better or worse. So you got to put that woman first. That woman got to put her man first. Am I right?
Jaheem in the building.
I just got a question though. Is it that if you let a woman lead, is it now that you feel too dependent and needy on her, and that's a problem that scars manhood?
No. Because look at, if a man in a relationship, he got his mate, she can't scar his manhood because he gonna be a man regardless. If he a no good man, if he a dirty man, if he a good man. Because most women, I'm not speaking of all of them, some women, once they get a good man, they don't know how to handle it because they done been drugged through the mud so much for so long. They
baby,
can't
wait,
open,
Nate.
Wait, Nate.
they can't open their eyes to see what they have. And it's vice versa with women. Because there's some good women's out there, but a man not used to that there. And like you say, some women like to take care of their man.
Okay, go, Judy.
I have to read these comments. I'm sorry. Okay, Harvey says a house that's divided will not stand. The only reason why Black women have been put in situations where they had to be the mother and father in this country is because of systemic racism. You have to know the history of the country and what white supremacy has done to Black men. Those situations have played a major role in the destruction of Black families. And I so disagree with you. In some cases, yes. But you can't sit here and say that you can't go to school over here and get you an education, get you a degree, and go work that job. You can. You can make money and take care of your family. You know what I'm saying? Just because there's white supremacy or whatever, that doesn't mean walk away from your family and leave your child there for that woman to raise. I'm sorry, that's a pitiful ass excuse. If that's the case, Black women should walk away too. Because I believe that Black women are more discriminated against.
So because the situations and racism and whatnot and so forth that's taken the Black man away from their family, locked them up, whatever, killed and all that stuff, and left the woman there to take care of the child. I mean, what is it, sisters?
I can go all day long on that. I mean, we can make choices all day long, and a lot of us Black people, we make the wrong choice because we always feeling like, oh, it's not right. It's not right. Sometimes you got to humble your damn ass and go on so you can be free. You know what I'm saying? To do whatever you want to do. Instead of, I'm just saying, a lot of Black people, they have a problem with authority. I'm not lying. Am I lying? They have a problem with authority. That's why a lot of young Black people get killed by the cops too, regardless if y'all want to hear it or not. So I know because I used to be that person. Fuck that. You ain't talking to me like this. You ain't talking, but I had to learn to bump it down or I was never going to have nothing in life. I had to bump it down.
Read the next comment right quick.
I'm getting to it. I just had to address Harvey because that's a pure sorry ass excuse to keep blaming the judicial system or whatever. I know it happens, but not in all. That's not the reason why Black men leave their.
If it happens, that's part of the problem. Because you talking about education.
Nay, any of your baby daddies in jail right now?
No, but I wish somebody would lock their glasses up or pay me my back child support. Can I get my back child support?
Okay.
Look, my baby mama and baby daddy, neither one of them locked up. You know what I'm saying? But they still left their child. So bump that. Okay, Cheryl Wilbur. She says, when you used to doing it by yourself, it's hard to let that go. It's not that you don't want the help. It's just something that you had to do. Okay.
You're used to doing it by yourself.
And that is so true. You don't know how to fall back. Okay. And that's the reason why I say, Gray, that y'all need to compromise. You know what I'm saying? You need to give her time to get used to it, that she's in a different relationship. You need to start letting him lead sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
If we're in a different relationship and she's supposed to go forward now, all that luggage back then, the slate is clean. So step with me.
So do you feel, Gray, Nay, do y'all feel that leadership of any kind can bring about trust and strengthen you guys? I mean, like if you just allow Gray to be the leader and to do all and to allow everything to just be like stress free from you and let him handle whatever? Do you think I don't know, Jay, do you think leadership, whoever's calling themselves the lead or the head or whatever, do you think that can bring strength to your relationship, or do you think it can make it?
Sometimes it can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because you said Fantasia is like, oh yeah, women want this. I'm just trying to figure out what.
I'm saying, yeah, sometimes it can, because when you're with an older guy that has more experience, he can protect you from going through what's ahead. You know what I'm saying? You make poor decisions, but he's already been there and then done that. So listen to him. You know what I'm saying? Take some of his advice. I'm not saying that older man should come off like he's the slave master.
Yeah, okay,
you know what I'm saying? Don't come off like that, like you running the household and what I say you got to do it and all of this. No, she's with you to be in a relationship, a partnership, not no master, Mr. Master. I'm here to bow down and do whatever you want me to do. No, So
I can't tell her what to do.
No, I'm just saying sometimes men they come off like that. They want the woman to be so submissive that they sound like a slave. They sound like a slave master.
We mark our territory. That's the bottom line. We mark our territory.
Oh shit. But again,
no.
yes, I feel like that it can help. And it can build trust, and also it can help lead that woman, especially in their relationship, because she's younger. You know what I'm saying?
You know what?
And if you're comfortable in that situation to where in that roles, we got roles in the relationship, then so be it. You know what I'm saying? Let your man lead.
That's what I was gonna say. Like whenever you get into or decide to get into a relationship, I mean, it's kind of something that maybe the two people should sit down and actually have a whole discussion about. Y'all should talk about it. Oh, great! Don't waste your time. Your words are in vain. Fall God. No.
Well, to answer your question, Tanya, if I didn't believe in some of Gray's value, not all of them, but if I didn't believe in some of his values, I wouldn't be in this very house a year later. Okay. So with him saying that I don't listen, that I'm hard-headed, and that he's not my father, see that neck working? Because there's some things that he's over here saying in my ear that I really don't like. It has nothing to do with the fact that I don't respect you or your ways and your values and all that kind of stuff, because if I didn't, I wouldn't be here. The problem that I have is because I am doing it, because I am trying to hold the glue together, because I am trying to bring some pieces to his puzzle, he has an issue with it because he's a male chauvinist. That doesn't mean that I don't love him, because I do love him, but he's old-fashioned. Yeah. I was born in the 70s. Yeah. I was not born in the 40s, 50s, and 60s. And yes, Aunt Mookie, I love you to death, which is Miss Sherry. A lot of stuff I had to figure out how to do on my own. So sit back waiting for a man to give me $25 or $100, because he got some friends that still wait to get $150 a month as an allowance. Mr. Gray don't give me no $150 a month for no allowance, because Miss Cynthia can go out and make $150.
She ain't waiting for it, baby. She ain't waiting for it. She
in love with the hustle game. She don't know how to lay it down.
Look,
go ahead.
I feel
she's saying Mr. Gray don't give her allowance. That's what she said.
Go ahead.
I heard her say that.
I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that. What I heard is that she ain't gonna sit back and wait on it. You don't really
have to,
because she gonna go out and get it regardless.
That's all she said. She was just saying she ain't gonna wait for it. That's all she. Yeah. So I think that relationships.
There you go.
It's like dancing. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like a dance. Yeah, is that safe to say? Relationships are like a dance. There's a leader in at some point or another. At some point or another, there's a leader. That way nobody's toes are stepped on, nobody's feelings get crushed up. It's like a dance. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Okay, wait. I'm gonna get back to you, Miss Cheryl. Harvey says, y'all need to take the time out to listen to leaders like Dr. Claude Anderson, or from a woman's perspective, Dr. Joy DeGruy, or whoever. A lot of times people speak on what they think and not the facts. Harvey, I'm not trying to be mean or nothing,
Mr.
but
Harvey.
a lot of times, and this go back to what you said about the justice system and this and all of that. You know what? You get a lot of your facts from the internet. Who are making those facts up on the internet? Those are not facts. And those are not facts in my life, because it's like this. No white man, no white woman is holding me back from what I want to get in life, okay? And I'm not going to let nobody hold me back, and that will never be my excuse that I didn't get this degree because this white person held me back.
But wait a minute, Jay. Wait a minute. I think maybe
they
what
tried
I got
to.
from that.
Let me tell you something. They tried to hold me back, but guess what? This black bitch found a way to get around it. I found a way to get around it, baby. They tried to put a felony on me. They tried to put a felony on me and take my degree from me. But you know what I did? I outsmarted their ass. They didn't know the plan that I had. Okay. But anyway, you can't. I'm just saying. You can't.
But
keep
I'm
blaming,
trying to say
you
maybe
can't keep
it's
blaming.
Maybe it's not the blaming. Maybe it's not the. Maybe what I got from that statement was that maybe we could all benefit from listening to elderly advice. People who've been there, done that.
Okay,
that's all I'm saying.
That. But
we can learn from both ways.
But guess what? But guess what? Right now, I'm Jay. You're Tanya. That's Nay. Right. So we're gonna speak and share our experiences. That's what we're speaking on. Our experiences. It's not opinion. What we're talking about is facts. Because I live
all right now. Okay.
No,
all right.
I look at it like this here. Learning comes from both ends, the young and the old to the young. Because you never get too old to learn something new. You know, but again, if you looking at it from the couple, and I can't say 1 and 1, I say a half and a half gonna make up a whole. So in order to have a whole, you got to have a half. Am I right or wrong?
I'm sorry, Gray. Look, my eyes was wandering. Jada put the daggone comment up there, and I done
and that's exactly what she's saying. That's exactly what Cheryl is saying.
Yes.
Never depend upon just one person. It takes two.
Don't put all.
She said it's not good to depend upon only. She says it's not good to depend only on one person, because you never know what's going to happen to that person. I'm putting my own words in.
Paraphrase.
If they leave, if they leave, then you're lost, because you're dependent on that one person. Right. To me, it's a two-way thing. If not, it's never going to work. And that's what it is.
It just won't.
And I agree with you, Miss Wilbert. Like I said,
thank you, Aunt Mookie, for supporting your niece. That's Keisha Mama. That's Keisha Mama. That's my Aunt Mookie.
It ain't two ways. It's one way. We got to be traveling in the same direction.
But it takes two. It's two on that path.
It's two on the same plane.
You got to have a driver. No. You got to have a driver and a passenger. When the driver gets tired of driving, he let the passenger take the wheel.
That's a mutual agreement. It's a mutual agreement.
So that's what it is. Can't somebody drive at a time.
But both of them can be called a driver. That's all I'm saying. That it seems to be where one has to have the one title, and the other one has to have the other one. No. Now I got one just big question.
Okay.
What happens and what do you do when, as the leader, you've taken on the lead? I'm the leader. Jay, you let me lead. That's funny. Let me switch that around. Jay, I'll let you lead. You the leader, baby. You got it all. You handle our situation. They turn to Gray and tell them, baby, you the leader. You handling me, honey. You lead me. Now, what do you do, Jay and Gray? What do y'all do, leaders, when you fail? If something go down, you done fucked up. What do you do? You done led us down the path.
First thing I'm doing.
What do you do when a leader fails?
If I'm by myself and I fail, the first thing I do is call you. That's it. Baby, look here. I didn't fuck up. I need you to fix this some kind of way. Look. I didn't talk that side of my head. Look, I'm going to need you to fix this. Smooth it over. Call these people.
Great.
That's it, though. When you have that person that you can reach out and hold on to, that's what it's there for. But like y'all just said, with her, because she says she's younger, she need to learn certain things on her own. I give you that. My kids said the same thing. I give you that.
Right. My kids, y'all.
Right.
So what did you say? So when the leader fails, what do you do, Gray? What'd you say?
When you fail, but you got that other part that you can lean on. to help
So
get you back
handle
on
it with
course.
you handle it with humility and
Right,
and
get you back on
humbleness.
course. Right. So that goes both ways. Because if I let you have it and you make a left turn, a wrong turn, I can't jump up and holler, baby, you made the wrong turn. You're supposed to turn up a block or back a block.
But
But
guess
you do it
what?
every
You don't
time.
Guess
take the
what? Y'all
opportunity to
do
correct
that.
it.
You do
I
that.
do.
You can count on that other person, because I'm gonna be on the sideline talking about, baby, yeah, you did. If you just listen to me, we wouldn't have been going down that.
See, that's the sarcasmism right there that kicks
But you
in.
got to expect that, because we the other side that's trying to keep the balance. You
just
that
keep it
nag
clean.
in your ear. Don't even. That's false. That's fake. No, we gonna let you.
Go on, move on.
But
Miss Pamela Porter. Oh,
Yeah, I
everybody got quiet now, huh?
No, I just had to ask that.
Yes.
Like, when the leader fails, what do we do now? I just want to know how y'all leading people would handle the situation.
It's
Well,
if you fall off, if you fall short.
You fall, you learn. Same thing on the other end.
No,
when you fall short, you have
learn,
somebody
but
on the side to pick it up.
That's what you learn.
There you go.
That's all you
It's a
learn.
learn. It's a learning experience.
I have another question. I read an article, and it said, not an article, but a quote. It said, a male chauvinist isn't born, he's made. And more of them are being made by women. So I kind of was like, women are making male chauvinists these days? Do y'all agree with that statement? I was just a little kind of like, we're making them?
Yeah.
That's why I said yes, because we allowed them to lead.
Yeah.
Now you say no?
I ain't making nothing. Hell, I can't turn my neck wrong. Like I said, I was told to put my balls back in my pants and figure out how to be a girl.
That's so put a dress on.
I can't be turning no man into no. Hell no.
You look at it like this here. I know this kind of going like ping pong. When
put your balls back up in your dress.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, I say put a dress on.
Yeah.
She put the balls in there. I say put a dress on.
Ain't no balls nowhere. Why are we talking about
the balls in? She throw the balls in.
Yeah.
I say a dress.
Well, no, this is the thing. This is the thing. If the women didn't pick up the slack and fix the problem when the man that dropped the ball and the woman's supposed to, ebb and flow. If we didn't, then the man's going to be looking at us like, you weak or whatever. You're going to be frowning down. But then when we do it, now you're still looking at us upside our head like, why are you being too damn strong? What the hell do you want? What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Tell you, let me ask this question here. This is an old saying. Behind every good man,
forget that shit.
Finish it.
No, I won't. I refuse.
Behind every good man, there's a
no.
You gonna play the game? Play it.
I'm gonna say it like Tupac said, which was in my era. You can't have no man without no woman. He wouldn't exist.
Man come first. One man. She come off a man. Man is singular by himself.
There we go. We didn't already discuss that, Gray.
Women doesn't fall. Okay, why can't it be that men, and I say men, but the dominant in the relationship just accepts and is thankful for the strength that the woman can bring? So why are we not thankful for all of the advancement that women have fought to gain throughout all the years of being behind the scenes all the time? Be thankful for it instead of frowning, snubbing your nose, telling us to put a dress on and stop being a man.
Quit trying to be a man.
What are you talking about? We are being equal.
Who gave? Now, ain't no such thing as equal. Who gave women the power to do them things?
There's no such thing as equal. We are freaking equal. That's like taking it back to saying black people aren't equal with white people.
No,
by saying that the man and the woman, the man's the head of freaking being over a woman, that's just talking about slavery. If slavery was wrong, then thinking like that is completely wrong too. It's not right.
If you go with slavery, who broke it out for a man to be? The man broke out to make it for the woman to come up, and the Caucasian man
break it out for the woman
because he the one had to fight for his so-called rights. So when he got his right,
fluff my fur, honey. Somebody fluff my damn fur. Because this ain't working.
When did a woman get a first chance to vote? 19 what?
I don't know. But I can vote.
1938.
Ain't no man telling me I can't.
Like we said, times are different now.
I'm
Times
not
are
saying
different.
we know times gonna change. We know that there, but it still come back. I'm kind of like Harvey. When you know the original origin of what you're talking about with this here, then you can stand on it and build from now.
Okay, what are you saying?
So
Original
we don't
origin
know the
of what?
original
Because
origin?
just because I don't know the date that women learned or could be eligible to vote doesn't mean that I don't know that a man is not over me as a woman. Just because I don't know when we came into being able to speak for ourselves doesn't mean that I don't know that I am equal to whoever my dominant partner is. No one tells me what to do. We work together in it, and there's no head to the table. There is no bottom to the table. We are equal partners, parallel side by side. I'm sorry.
Tanya, I got to ask you this question.
No.
You from the family with your father and your mother.
Duh.
Right? You was in a household was raised by two parents.
Yep.
Did your mother work?
Yep.
24/9.
24,009.
Okay.
So your daddy worked.
Yep. Barely. But yeah. Sorry, Daddy. I just kept straight talking no bullshit. Hey.
Okay, I'm gonna have to leave it at that then.
No,
But you was in the family with your father and your mother. Now your daddy worked.
My daddy worked. He kept the job.
When he came home,
kept 2 or 3 jobs. Brought that check home on his lunch break. He didn't even take lunch break. But everybody know from Sherman, Texas, that Shirley Jean Briscoe was the head of household.
Huh.
So
she ran the household.
Ran the whole damn show.
Your daddy worked and brought the check home to Miss.
To Mama.
Now I love you, Daddy, but he should have had the dress on.
Pumps and lipstick.
Shit, I'm just keeping it real.
You know what? This topic has been something that's real.
Would have called her Ike.
Don't. Look, all realness and all seriousness, you know, we being a leader or being a leader in a relationship, honestly, should be looked at as we play off of each other. Like
I
take that word. You know what I'm saying? If you're weak, I'm gonna be strong. If I'm weak, you're gonna be strong. And I think relationships should be considered partnerships instead of it. Just, you know what I'm saying? It's a partnership.
It shouldn't be based off of roles.
No,
nobody should play a role. I feel like I said earlier, when your partner's lacking, you pick up the slack. And it doesn't mean that you're trying to be the man in the household.
And for the record, even though me and Mr. Gray are very much divided on this conversation, there is nothing that I wouldn't do for his old straggly ass.
We just got different opinions.
Okay, to hold our household together.
Honey.
When I fall, I do it, want him to pick it up, or when he falls, I'm gonna make sure I pick him up.
Well, bitch, can you fall sometimes so you can stroke his ego? Fall, bitch.
Oh, you just stroked his ego. You just stroked his ego.
Yeah, do I need to come kick you in the shin or something?
Push that other leg.
I need them on titanium stilts, bitch. That ain't going to work.
I love you, Mr. Harvey. So I'm gonna read your comment before I leave. Some people's situations are different from others. I grew up as a foster child, and the system tried to hold me back on many occasions, but that didn't stop me from getting what I wanted out of life. But other people in the situation might not be able to do what I did. So we have to judge people accordingly, not by stereotype. And you are so right, Mr. Harvey. And I say,
breathe with it. Thumbs up, bro.
You know what? I totally agree with you, but guess what? Just like you made it out, the next person can too. And guess what? You're not alone, because you just heard tonight that I said I made it too. So if we can do it, who else can do it? You know what I'm saying? And I know if I did it, anybody can do it.
Oh no, I know if I did it, shit.
Look at you. You just done got crumbled.
I'm serious. Shit, my mom pulled a gun on me, so I had to get it. So shit. Y'all can't
God
beat that.
took a rib from the man and created the woman. Nah, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, time does change, but God's word stays the same.
Okay, and you're so right about that one too. But guess what? It's too many people just reading only what they want to read out of the Bible. They ain't read the whole Bible. You just taking that part that sound good to your ears. But you got to.
Don't you point at me?
You got to read.
Don't get on the Bible.
Thing.
Do not get on the Bible.
We sure ain't gonna bring religion all into this.
Don't just say I like this scripture because this scripture fits the conversation. So I'm just going to stick to this. I'm just going to stick to this scripture. No, you have to read it all. Like I said too, the Bible says follow the laws of the land. Laws change every so often, okay?
Law of the land is the same. Men change the law.
Men change the laws too, okay?
There you go.
But anyway, y'all, like I said, let's not fall into role play. Like I said, y'all, if you want a happy relationship, just pick up the pieces. Whenever your mate drops those pieces, pick them up, okay? And if it's a woman picking up those pieces, don't judge her and call her a man, okay?
Don't tell her to put her balls up. Don't tell her to do that.
I didn't say balls. I said put a dress on. She throw it in the balls.
Oh, God, y'all are so gross.
It's nasty.
All right, y'all. This has been Straight Talk and plenty of bullshit. We love all of y'all. Make sure y'all like, subscribe, and share. And come back and watch us every Thursday at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, y'all.
Judy,
like,
hold on,
share, and subscribe.
Hold on, Judy. Read that last comment, please, because I can't see it.
This is Cheryl Wilbur. She said, and that's where you miss, Nene. Let that man keep the child support check. You don't need it anymore. You got to go to court and make a man take care of his kids. That ain't what you want. Be the mama and daddy, because at the end of the day, God don't give us nothing that we can't help. Go to child support. Go to child support if you're talking about Nene. It's not even worth the money.
Okay, Mookie, I got it.
She sure taking my money.
Bye, y'all. Y'all too much tonight.
Okay.
Y'all too much tonight.
Y'all must really love this topic here, boy. All right, y'all. Again, y'all. It's what, girl?
Listen.
Show?
No, I got to say this. He over here mumbling, talking about you don't get no allowance from me. What type of shit is that?
Well, to make him feel better, now it might make him feel worse. No,
please
let
don't.
him give you some allowance. Let him give you some allowance, Nate. Even if you don't need it, baby. Let him be a man for a day, okay?
Please
take off the pants, baby. Take off the pants. All right, y'all. This has been Straight Talk. No bullshit. We love all of y'all, and we'll see y'all Thursday. Frederick, come get her.
Come with my